from Los Angeles, the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Want to comment? Get on the radio. Call us at 626-7268. The Three Guys Rant starts now.
Well, thank you to everybody for listening in. I would say this is another episode of the Three Guys Rant, but there's way too many guys in this room. Minus Julio, of course. But again, you're listening to Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Phil's outside in the studio. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Actually, no. Let's tell everybody the news. This is Phil. He went Saturday for the Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition, and look
You're
what
not
they did
even
to
close
him.
to the name of the show.
Look at what they did in a weekend.
It's The Biggest Loser, not Extreme Makeover.
Whatever.
You can think I'm dumb. Just don't talk to me like I'm dumb.
So, Phil's not in studio, so this is 2.5 Men today. It's a 2.5 Men rant.
Hey, so is he trying to say something about your sexuality?
No, I think he's saying because I'm missing a leg.
You're missing a leg.
I feel like I'm
That's
missing
funny.
a leg.
You're missing one, and I have a third one. But anyways, so we're in studio, and for you guys that are streaming, that's Julio. We call him Salsita at the office.
Salsita, why are you called Salsita? Are you hot and picante?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one that gave me that name.
You know what? It's a good thing we're on family-friendly radio. Otherwise,
yes, we are, and we're actually we're being carried obviously here on AdrenalineRadio.com, Indy 104, DM Narc Radio Hour. Where else, Arvin?
Can you remember the other ones?
Nope.
We're on The Leaf, on Cruise. Jeez, I can't remember the other four. I'll get back to you on that one. But if you go to our website, the3guysrant.com, you can see everything on there. For anybody listening, feel free to call in. The number is 800-405-6425. And I know we actually had a call, which still seems to be on hold before the fact that the show even started.
So I guess we'll get to the call. Hello, Talker. Talker.
Hello.
Caller.
Talker, how you doing, Talker?
It's the Talker.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
We're doing great. Who are you?
Jen Romaro, the Rodney King tweeter of the week.
Oh, this is a tweeter from last night. I know we were going to get into that. I know for big news is that Rodney King died.
Okay, what big news? Why is that big news?
Well, I don't know if it's big news that he died or if it's big news how he died. I'm going with the fact of how he died. And this young lady knows all about it because I think she was called every word in the English vocabulary last night.
It was.
And I got to say, it was funny stuff. I was cracking up.
We got to keep it clean, but can you tell us why you think he died or what your take on it is?
Well, I know why he died. I mean, they found him, he smoked some weed, and he drowned in the pool. He doesn't know how to handle his drugs. But, I mean, obviously, one tweet was that, what did I say, that Rodney King drowned in a swimming pool, Whitney Houston drowned in a tub. They should make it mandatory that black people take swimming lessons.
Ah, all right. And that was controversial?
I'm a racist now.
Is that what they're saying, that you're a racist?
I'm a racist.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Yeah, seriously. I'm not a racist.
No.
You know, I don't think that was racist. I think there's some common sense to that, but...
Well, it's not racist. I mean, it's you know, it's not even a misconception, but a lot of black people can't swim. I mean, it's just a fact, period.
White people can't dance.
Right. White men can't jump. So,
Exactly.
I mean, we can go on and on all day.
you know, most Latinos, we eat too much. You know.
That's the worst you can do. That's the worst you can do for a Mexican.
Not on radio, yes. You know, 'cause I don't want to be called a racist either.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. Some of the remarks that you got, some of the comments that you got. Again, I thought it was funny. I thought you were pretty spot on with a lot of stuff you were saying. But I'm not the best person to ask for their comments on something like that. But it was pretty funny how many responses, and it probably went on. Geez, I might be wrong, but I think it was at least a good hour to 90 minutes just back and forth between you and people that were following you. And I just finally had to stop following and go to sleep because it was just going back and forth.
Oh, yeah. I went to bed at 2 in the morning. I wound up being late. I was late for work today. I was late. I woke up. I didn't go to the gym. I woke up with a half hour left to go meet a client. I was like, crap. Because I was up till 2. Yeah, they're crazy, these people. Absolutely relentless.
Yeah, some of the comments were pretty bad that you received, but it seemed like you were taking it all in good spirit. And I guess it's true. Any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly. Well, I mean, come on. It's like you should know. I'm a comedian. It's written across the page. That's what I do.
Right.
You know. But these people just, they just wanted to start a Twitter riot like it was 1992. That's all they wanted to do. They don't even know what racism is.
Arvin still hasn't gotten in. He's got. There you go.
Oh, I got it. So what do you think? Do you think that's really, because I know that the controversy I've been hearing today is that supposedly the neighbors heard him arguing with somebody in the background or in his backyard, that they heard a splash, that they heard some kind of door just slam shut. Do you really think it was as simple as him just smoking weed and passing out and drowning?
No. I mean, but honestly, who cares? I mean, seriously, everyone's, everybody's on Twitter. He was such a hero. 1992, the riots. No, he wasn't a hero. Martin Luther King Jr. was a hero. Malcolm X. This man, seriously, got beaten up by the cops, blew all his money on drugs and alcohol, was in rehab, did some reality television and squandered everything. What kind of hero is he? No one's even mentioned his name in years. And now all of a sudden...
Come on now. Can't we all just get along?
No. Denver Morrow cannot get along with anybody.
I was going to say, you say that like that's a bad thing. That sounds like a great Friday night to me. The drugs, the rehab, the money. I mean, come on now. I mean, that's a hell of a weekend in Vegas.
He's my hero.
I want some nasty.
Hey, listen, do you have a website, or do you wanna give out your Twitter?
Yeah, my Twitter.
I'm sorry.
Tweeter.
That's the Puerto Rican in the room.
Do you have a Tweeter?
I can. If you want me to.
Oh man, no. My Twitter is Jen Romaro, at Jen Romaro, JEN, and then Remaro, REMAURO. And the website's the same. You could go on there. There's a topless picture of me as soon as you pull the website up.
All right, hold on. Let me load the page real quick.
What that said.
What was the name again?
JenRemaro.com.
Oh, this is great. This is great. But you know what? You've actually done some pretty cool and interesting things. I know that you were on Beach House, Change of Heart, which I have no idea what that is, and TLC, A Baby Story. Were you the baby, or did you have the baby?
I had the baby.
So you were actually on that show?
Yeah, my crotch wasn't, just me.
Well, then I just lost interest if your crotch wasn't part of that show.
Yeah, I was the one giving birth.
That's pretty awesome.
I was.
So did she get a paycheck for that crotch shot?
No.
Wow.
I got nothing. Zero. I got a DVD. Actually, VHS. I got a VHS. That's how long ago it was.
VHS. Well, that's great. I know. Let's see here. And you've also done something with Perez Hilton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was actually on his website. That's also on my... If you go into Street Creds, because, I have Street Creds, you could see, actually, that picture. And I was on NBC Extra. I posed... Remember that Anthony Weiner Twitter scandal with his crotch?
Right.
Is that the one he said, "I'll stick it out," in big, bold headlines?
I'll stick it out. Is that what he said?
We have a newspaper article where it says, in big, bold headlines at the front, it says, "I'll stick it out." And the whole thing was, isn't that what got him in trouble in the first place?
Exactly. He's a perv. I actually, a year before that, long story, don't want to get into it, used to own a hot dog costume. Maybe I still do. Who knows? But I used to wear it around to bars. And I was parading, actually, in a parade that my mother made me do. And he was there. So I snuck up behind him, and I took a picture of, I was a hot dog. It was Wiener versus Wiener. And Perez Hilton got a hold of that picture. And his nipple is hard in the picture. And it was on Perez Hilton, and then I was on NBC Extra. Video montage.
Do you still have that picture?
It's on. If you go on my website right now,
it's on there.
It's on there. Go under. Yeah, if you go to Street Creds on my website, and then just look, and it'll list it. It's like one of the top ones. It'll say Perez Hilton. You just click the link in the picture, and the whole article comes up.
Well, if it's okay with you, we'd love to put that up on our website along with your picture and a bio of you.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
Go ahead. Just don't use the naked pictures.
Well, those are going to be in the personal private file.
Perfect.
Just like perfect.
So
I'm coming to LA. I have a show. I'm at the Comedy Store with Darren Carter, July 8th. It's a Sunday. I'm in the main room, and you guys should come because I want to feel like people like me in LA. I've never been.
Okay, July 8th.
July 8th.
Okay.
That's perfect. That's perfect. We'll put that on our website as well. And if you're here during one of our live shows, which we do on Mondays, you're more than welcome to come by the studio.
will be. I will be there that Monday. I'm
Just-
leaving Tuesday.
That's awesome. Just make sure you bring your wiener.
You know what? I don't know if they're going to allow it on the plane. I also have a hamburger helper hand. Maybe
You know what? We can make a lot of meat magic if you bring both of those costumes.
Things could get kinky.
Because I got to see, I'm already turned on by the costumes.
You turned on by a breeze, man. It's,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Don't be. It's not attractive.
All right. Well, we appreciate your call. We'll make sure to put up your information on the on our website. And again, you're always welcome whether to call or stop on by the studio.
Absolutely. Thanks, boys, for having me on.
All right, then.
Thank
You
you
have a
for
good
calling.
one.
You too. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you. Wow, look at that. It looks like we have another call here from Biggest Loser, which we haven't even got into. We gave away a ton of tickets to the Biggest Loser, which was this Saturday. And again, we didn't show up because if we would have...
It was a casting call.
It was a casting call. It was an actual casting call.
Out in Venice at the Boys and Girls Club.
That's right. Now, we didn't go, but if we would have gone, it would have been on Saturday, not Saturday.
Right.
So let's go ahead and take the call.
All right, so let's see.
Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing? This is Arvin with the Three Guys Rant. Who are we speaking to?
This is Winter.
Winter. Wow, that's great. So you were part of the casting call on Saturday.
Yes, I was. I went ahead and came out Saturday and was able to skip right to the front of the line and go into the casting call, I think, a lot faster than the hundreds of people that were lined around the block. So thank you guys for giving me the VIP pack.
That's awesome. So that means that the tickets we got from Biggest Loser wasn't a scam. They were actual tickets.
Yeah, they were definitely helpful. There were quite a few of us that I had seen on Twitter that had been following you guys that went ahead and were able to make it to the front of the line with me.
Well, that's awesome. How many people do you think were actually there?
At the time that I came up, I would guess that there were at least 300 people there.
Oh, wow.
And how was the audition? What did you think?
The audition ran super smooth. They definitely have everything down pat. They're pros by this time around. So we all went in through the line, and then we went in and we talked with different casting directors. We were in this big room, and there were 3 different groups of us going at a time, and we introduced ourselves, and then we answered a few questions about ourselves. So it went by pretty smoothly, and it went by very quickly.
That's pretty cool. So what do you think your chances of getting picked are?
I have no idea. I have to say that it was probably, I was so nervous going in, and I definitely think it was very nerve-wracking, and, definitely felt nervous, but, you never know. You got to go out and try out, and unless you do it, you'll never know if you get on the show.
Well, you seem like you're pretty outgoing, so I don't see why you would be nervous.
Well, it's different when you're talking in person and you've got somebody that, has a life-changing experience and opportunity for you that's available to you. So you kind of really have to show your personality and try to stand out in a group of like 10 people who also have very interesting stories, who are also really great people. So it's definitely hard to stand out in that type of situation.
Right. All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good experience.
Well, all that we ask is that if you do get picked for the show, every time you guys film a different episode, you just kind of cough and go, Three Guys Rant.
Definitely. I'll definitely do that.
Well, that's awesome. Stay posted to our website. We actually get involved with numerous casting calls, not just for weight loss, but we've done cooking shows, Master Chef. I'm not sure if we've ever done a Hell's Kitchen.
Well, we've been in Cops.
Well, that was a different story,
right.
man. That wasn't a casting
I don't
call.
know that I want to audition for Cops. I think that's the show I'll stay away from.
You know what? You come hang out with us on a Friday night, and you have very good chances of being on Cops.
That's a shoe-in. No, but stay tuned to our website again, to 3guysrant.com, and we're always doing giveaways. And we'd love to have you call back in and give us an update whether or not you made it on the show.
Sure, I would love to share that information with you guys. And thanks again for getting me the VIP pass.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for calling. All right, it looks like we're going to our first commercial break. You listen to the Three Guys Rant on Adrenaline Radio.
Was that your robot
Indy 104.
DMNarcradio.com and a whole bunch of other stuff.
And a whole bunch of other stuff. So we'll be right back.
No le van a cambiar de estación. El show de las tres comadres. Ahorita regresamos.
The Three Guys Rant.
Los Pollos, home of flavor down to the bone chicken. As we say in Spanish, el sabor hasta el último huesito. At Los Pollos, we serve delicious Cuban/Mexican marinated chicken. We are cooking our chickens in rotisserie ovens to give you a well-seasoned, well-marinated, well-cooked, delicious chicken. We have 3 locations to serve you. In the city of Bell, we are located in 6201 Atlantic Avenue on the corner of Randolph and Atlantic. In the city of East LA, we are located on 5161 Pomona Boulevard on the corner of Atlantic and Pomona Boulevard. And in the city of Downey, we are located on 7940 East Florence Avenue on the corner of Paramount and Florence. Come to Los Pollos and experience the most delicious chicken that you'll ever have the pleasure of eating.
As a parent, you're faced with making lots of choices for your children. And sometimes choosing can be difficult, especially when it comes to entertainment. Can they watch that new TV show? Which movies can they go see? What video games can they play? Just like TV and movies, choosing appropriate video games is important because certain games may not be suitable for kids. Fortunately, there's the ESRB video game rating system. It's a simple tool to help me choose the video games that are okay for my children to play. On the front of the game package is the rating symbol. We're all pretty familiar with them. E for everyone, E10 plus for kids 10 and older, T for teen, and M for mature. And on the back is a description of what's actually in the game. The video game rating system helps me choose which video games are right for my kids and which ones may not be. Use the rating system by looking on the package of every computer and video game. You'll be glad you did. For more information, visit esrb.org.
Hard at work for over 60 years, Dram watering tools have been the professional's choice for quality and durability. Now you can create the softest shower of rain, 9 water patterns for a variety of uses, or a lush green playground. Quality you can depend on for a lifetime. Dram, the professional's choice for lawn and garden. Available at a fine garden center near you.
Morning, sports fans.
What's going down with you?
Enjoy the ride. This is Pep.
And Dre.
We're inviting you to come along for the ride every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
10 to 11, RSD, 1680 AM, Adrenaline Radio.
Best 60 minutes in sports. Come along for the ride. We need you. We want you. Sports at its finest. Conversation and analysis, courtesy of the Paperboy crew, Shay and Dre.
Every Saturday, 10 to 11 on Adrenaline Radio, 1680 AM. Follow along, Ruckus.
Streaming live from Los Angeles, the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
Now?
The Three Guys Rant starts now.
All right, now we're back. Thank you for sticking around after the break. You listen to the Three Guys Rant. We were talking, we had 2 calls that Arvin scheduled. One was supposed to be at the top of the hour, one at the bottom of the hour, but everybody called in at the same time. So we're done for the day. So
what is it with you? What is it with the top and the bottom?
Holy crap. Anyways, so we're back, and we have another caller. And Arvin, this person is?
Well, maybe she'd answer the line. We could make sure it's her. If it is who it's supposed to be, we're gonna talk to Jen Welters.
All right. Hello, Jen.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? This is Mike.
I'm great.
You have Arvin and Salsita here in the studio.
Hello.
And Jen, you are with?
I play with the Dallas Diamonds.
Dallas Diamonds.
That's women's professional football. Yes, sir.
All right. And then, you know what? I didn't know that there was a professional football league for women. So that was news to me, and
that is pretty bad, Mike.
I've been to the site this afternoon, and it's pretty impressive. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, we actually women's football has grown in leaps and bounds in its current livelihood. It started in about 2000, and in 2010 we reached a great landmark. There was actually the first ever international competition for women's football, and that is American football. And we went over to Stockholm, Sweden as Team USA and won a gold medal. And then this year, there's going to be another great landmark for women's football in that the first championship in women's football will be played in a professional stadium, and that's Heinz Stadium in Pittsburgh this year.
That's awesome. And how long has the league been around? you said?
Well, women's football, and it has been a few different leagues in the time that I've played, but it started back in 2000. The Women's Football Alliance came along a little bit after that, a few years after that.
Okay. And how long is the season for?
We started our games in April. The regular season has 8 games, and the championship will play out in the first weekend of August.
Okay, and you do. It's pretty much like the playoffs is pretty much the same as the NFL, if you will.
Well, our playoffs will begin this weekend.
Okay.
There are 4 rounds of playoffs, and then the championship. We actually have a bye this weekend because we went 8-0 in our regular season and 1 out. But the playoff competition will start this weekend, and we have a break until June 30th.
You know, let me ask you, how did you get involved? Because, I mean, you see a lot of the players that go to the NFL, for instance, they start out, you know, from playing football in high school and then college, and that's how they end up in the NFL. How does a woman that wants to play football, what is the path to get into the league?
Well, there really isn't a defined path yet. Obviously, there's no feeder system through high school and college for women's football specifically. Hopefully there will be one day. I grew up in Florida, you know, with the football being the sport to play. I mean, you know, it's just everywhere, and such a great sport. I always loved it, but never had the opportunity to play. And when I got to college, I went to Boston College, and I actually played rugby there for all 4 years while I was there, and got recruited for the under-23 national team in rugby, but was a little bit too small. So I was just working. I had graduated Boston College and was working and playing in a flag football league on the weekends, and the general manager of the team in Massachusetts that I first played for, which is called the Mass Mutiny, this was in 2002, called the league and said, you know, asked if they had any girls playing who they thought could play tackle, and that's when they told them about me. I got an open tryout, and I went, and I made it, and I've been playing ever since.
And then if somebody wants to try it, if you know, how do they know about? How do they go about it? Is there open tryouts for all the teams, or
Yeah,
what's okay?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the best way to go about it, our league is the Women's Football Alliance, and it's WFAfootball.com, and go on that website, find a team near you, and then see what their tryouts are. Contact the team. I mean, if you want to play, they're always looking for good talent.
All right, that's pretty cool. And now, any chance of getting some of these games televised?
Well, the championship game is going to be televised this year, which is obviously a huge step in the progress of women's football. It's going to be on both ESPN3 and ESPNW, I believe.
Okay.
Now we're missing.
So we're very excited about that.
I was going to say we're missing the most important part, which is for the first time ever, a women's football team is going to play in a professional NFL stadium. Is that correct?
Well, it's not the first time games have been played there. Like the Diamonds played in Cowboys Stadium in 2005, but this is the first time it'll be, you know, a championship game set out with the media coverage like ESPN and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, that's great. So this is obviously the start of a new football era.
Yes, we're very excited. I mean, like I said, yeah, I've seen the sport grow leaps and bounds since I've been playing. This will be my 12th season. And it's just amazing to see how much it's grown, and I'm so blessed to be a part of such a, you know, a blossoming sport. That's all I can say.
Now, how's your team doing in the standings?
Well, our team went 8-0 in the regular season.
So they have
yeah.
a winning team in Dallas, at least one team.
Oh yeah. We the Dallas Diamonds actually are one of the, you know, and this isn't just saying it because I'm a part of it. It is one of the dynasty teams in women's football. We won championships in 04, 05, 06, and 08, and have been a playoff contender, you know, in most of the years. So it's not a surprise to be this far. It's this far when things really get tough, because there are, you know, there's teams of all levels, and when you get to playoffs, I mean, these are all really amazing, well-established teams, such as like you guys have out there, San Diego. The San Diego Surge is an amazing team. The Kansas City Tribe is a great team. The Chicago Force, the Boston Militia, the Pittsburgh Passion, the DC Divas. I mean, those are your elite teams. And if I'm leaving anybody out, I completely apologize. But those are the ones who pop to mind to me as just teams that will always be in the battle, always be in the hunt. And so we're very blessed to be one of those top contending teams.
And how many teams are there in the league?
There's over 60 teams in the league. I'm not exactly sure on the number, but again,
60?
check out the WFA website. Wow. Yeah. There's over 100 women's full tackle 11-on-11 football teams across the country.
Holy crap! Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're actually watching the stream, but our board man here is actually very talented, and while we're actually streaming our in-studio shots here, there's a picture up of you. There's a picture up of your team, the Diamonds. So we're gonna help as much as we can and try to spread the word and create some traction for women's football.
Great, we certainly appreciate it. I think it's really important for girls to see that they can do anything, and that includes playing football. I mean, that's part of why I do it. I've had numerous guys who grew up loving the sport of football, and they're like, man, Jen, it's so exciting. I can take my daughter to a game and tell her, like, if you want to play football, honey, you can play football. And it's not a matter of, I've had lots of guys, and I'll back up a second. I've had lots of people say, oh, hey, you think, you've won all these championships and stuff. What are you trying to, play football with guys? Okay, let me clarify. I am 5'2". There's no way. I mean, I might be a very talented women's football player, but I don't want to play with guys. I want to be able to play the sport in proportion to myself, just like, guys play it for them. And that's what we're trying to create. We don't want to be guys. We want to be girls. We just want to be able to play football. And I think it's one of the greatest sports out there in terms of teamwork. So it is definitely a pursuit of passion. And I think anytime people follow their passion in life, it's a great thing.
Well, I got to say, I've seen some of the video, I've seen some of the shots, and I don't think it matters whether you're 5'2" or not. I wouldn't want to get on the field with you because it's pretty intimidating. I might be the cheerleader, but that's as close as I'm getting to that field.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do have a little bit of a reputation on USA. I was one of the smallest players, but I did share the lead for tackles with another girl who was 6-something named Ninji Martin, who plays out in California. And, I was so little, they just called me kid half the time. They're like, come here, kid, like, da-da-da. And I did lead the Diamonds this season in tackles, and I'm top 5, I think, in the country in sacks right now. So it is a dynamite, comes in small package, but it's also a testament to what you can do when you play with heart. It's not size. It's not just physical size. It's the size of your heart. And,
Arvin wants to be a cheerleader because he already has the outfit. He just has to throw it in there,
We'll take you.
That's,
we'll take you. Come
that's
on.
normally Friday, Saturday nights type thing.
Right, I mean, we don't discriminate. We love everybody.
See?
There you go, man. Everybody just keeps...
But if you do want to check out some of my highlights or, find out some information, my website is jenwelter.com, JenWelter.com. I'm also on Twitter, jwelter47, and Facebook as well. So, there's lots of different places to find out information.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, Jen. We wish
Oh,
you
it's my
best of
absolute
luck.
pleasure.
And
thank you so much.
Yeah, feel free to give us a call back at any time. If you're ever here in LA, you're more than welcome to stop by in studio, and we can do it in person.
Awesome.
Just
Hopefully I'll make that
just
go
make
out.
sure you leave your shoulder pads at home, please.
Okay, I will. I wouldn't want to scare you.
all right, then. Well, thank you.
Great. Call me anytime, guys. Have a good
care. Have
one.
a good
Thank you.
All right.
All right, so that was Jen Welter of the Dallas... What was it, the team name?
The Dallas Diamonds.
Dallas Diamonds. So at least there's one winning team in Texas. Too bad Phil wasn't here. It's not here. So you could talk to her. Maybe she can coach the Cowboys.
Wow,
Did you know a thing or
that's
two?
blowing low even for you, and you like blowing low.
Yeah. Anyways, so what's going on, man? The news. What's happening? In the
Well, it
news?
looks like there's another call.
It's another call.
Go ahead and push it. Let's see.
All right, let's see.
Caller, are you there?
Hi, I'm here.
All right, and it looks like this is another Biggest Loser VIP winner.
It is, and I just wanted to call and say thank you because I went there this weekend and it was so nice being able to go to the front of the line, and I had such a good experience that I definitely wanted to say thank you.
Mike, when was the last time a woman's told you that before?
On a daily basis.
Well, who are we speaking to? We didn't even get your name.
My name is Felicia Stevens, and I'm actually from Texas.
Oh, you're the one that flew in. I remember seeing that on
I am.
Twitter.
I've been pretty much stalking you guys because I was like, give me a VIP pass. So I really appreciate it.
No worries. We're used to dealing with stalkers around here, but it's never
Yeah,
in a positive way like this.
That's how Arvin got on the show. Just so you know, he started stalking
And
us
you can
way
probably
back.
you can probably hear my daughter. So if she starts screaming at any point, that's just a flash of my real life down here or over here, I should say.
Okay, so
no worries.
So you're not beating her. She just likes to scream
No,
every once in a while.
Because here it's 8:00, so
Right.
I was gonna call when it's later, but then she's up now, so I was like, well, if I'm gonna call in, I gotta call now. But yeah, I'm really excited about the Biggest Loser, and I know that y'all might y'all need to give me a connection, get me on the show.
All right. Well,
we'll work on it. Send us an email at rant@the3guysrant.com, and we can go from there.
Yeah, I sent y'all a copy of my video too, so y'all have to look at it.
All right.
Perfect. We'll do.
Well, thank you for calling in. We're going into another break. Best of luck. Hopefully you get on the show. Thank you for
All
the call.
right, y'all have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
And you listen to the Three Guys Rant on AdrenalineRadio.com, Indie 104, and a whole bunch of other stations. Go to our site, the3guysrant.com, and you can figure it out from there. We'll be right back.
Transmitiendo en vivo en Los Ángeles y alrededor del mundo. Would you like to comment? Get on the radio.
Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
The Three Guys Rant.
Hey, I'm Reese Per Year.
And I'm Sandy B, and we're the hosts of Real Talk with Sandy and Reese. Make sure to tune in every Friday at AdrenalineRadio.com at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time
or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
where we'll be covering topics such as parenting,
relationships,
current events,
entertainment news,
and you never know what celebrity guests will stop by. Also, we have
Romy's Beauty Tips.
So make sure you tune in each and every Friday because
we have something to say.
Hi, this is Gerald.
And this is Rashada, the host of your favorite show,
Get In If You Fit In, reminding you to tune in every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Get In If You Fit In features only the best of the best and our personal favorite up-and-coming and established entertainers,
Musicians,
fashion designers,
and entrepreneurs.
We also have prizes and contests you can only win while listening live.
Sponsored by Norman Lewis First Class Celebrity Limousine Service. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook at Get In If You Fit In.
Follow us on Twitter at Get In If You Fit In.
Don't forget to subscribe to our personal iTunes account. Just search for Get In If You Fit In.
Tropicana Bakery and Cafe. Come and experience our sweet tradition of sweets, pastries, and incredibly delicious Cuban food. At Tropicana, we offer a bohemian, nostalgic-like atmosphere. In Spanish, we say la hora de tertulia de café, which is the moment of drinking coffee and having a great time with friends and at Tropicana Bakery and Cuban Cafe, we have an array of exquisite coffee We have an array of desserts, of pastries, empanadas, sandwiches, and Cuban food. Come to Tropicana Bakery and be blown away by the Caribbean-like atmosphere and flavor profile. Tropicana Bakery and Cuban Cafe is located in the city of Downey. The address is 10218 Paramount Boulevard, virtually on the corner of Paramount and Florence.
Are the Three Guys every Monday live from 6 to 7 p.m.
You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not The Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69 3 Guys, Guys, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
Streaming live from Los Angeles and worldwide, The Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com. The Three Guys Rant starts now.
Y ya regresamos. Gracias por estar con nosotros aquí una vez más en el programa de los...
Tres Comadres.
Oh, sorry, man.
You forgot to push the, what is it?
Hit the
SAP button.
SAP button.
The satellite button?
Yeah,
That's
something
it,
like
ASAP.
that. Yeah. All right, so we're back from the break. We've had a few calls. It's been a pretty interesting show so far, man. We got people actually calling.
Wow, I can't believe that. Our executive producer's actually doing his job.
Yeah, for once.
About time.
You know? Yeah, that's what I say.
Really? You haven't said anything. You've been sitting here, and those are the first things that come out of your mind?
That's it.
Out of your
I
mouth?
said I fit right into the girls' football team. 5'6", come on. Beautiful. Look. How could you not like me on the team?
So, wait a minute. You're saying that you'll fit right into a women's football team?
I'll tackle the crap out of them.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what, brother?
Jen, if you're
you can't
listening,
even play
Jen-
volleyball.
Oh.
You're in crutches. You're all beat to crap playing volleyball, and you want to play football. Son, they'd put you in a wheelchair.
You just walked into that one. Jen, if you're listening, do me a favor. I change your mind. If you come to Cali, bring those pads. I got a tackling dummy for you, literally.
Yeah. All
And
right.
I'll be glad. Wide open.
All right, so we have another call. This show is it's going by quick, man. Payasos. Jake.
What's happening, my brothers?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I think it's great that you guys are surprised and you actually have people calling in. Like, how's the ratings, fellas?
The ratings are pretty good.
There's about
That's awesome.
We've had 4 calls, so pretty much all our listeners have called in today.
You guys are rocking it. Hey, you're streaming, right? Like, everybody can tune into this deal anytime they want because y'all are streaming, yeah?
We are streaming, and I believe our technician right now, we're streaming in studio, but there's also a picture of your organization, United We Feed, as well as a picture of you, if I'm not mistaken, up live during the stream. So you should check it out.
Look at you guys go. Look at you go, big kid. How you doing, man? I miss you guys. It's been too long.
It's been too long indeed. How are things going for you? And for everybody, we're talking to Jake Ganfold. Son of...
Leave it to the Puerto Rican to leave it to the Puerto Rican to chop that
Here,
name.
brothers. That's Jake Gandolfo.
Yeah.
Ends in a vowel. Must be Italian. What do you think?
Must be.
You know what? Unless your name is Lopez or Rodriguez, that Puerto Rican's not going to get the name right.
Yeah, forget about it. Forget about it. That's funny, man. So yeah, we're rocking it coast to coast. My brother's just cooking up a storm like a mad fool, and getting it done, feeding hearts, minds, and souls one plate at a time, my friends. And it's a pretty amazing deal we got going on here. We got this gig that my wife and I decided to sort of undertake this culinary crusade, and I'm cooking my way across America, raising funds and I think equally as important, raising awareness for hunger issues with underfed folks right here in our backyard in the States, you know. So yeah, UnitedWeFeed.com. That's the blog. You can check it out, and we just talk about all our trials and tribulations and what kind of culinary dust-ups I'm getting myself into as we tour this great land, man.
Now,
No, that's pretty cool.
Let me ask you a question, because I've actually I don't know if we haven't even said it, but Jake was a contestant of, if I'm not mistaken, the very first season of Master Chef.
That's right, fellas. I believe it was number 7 in your program and number 1 in your hearts.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've actually Sam, I kept track of everything you've done. I know for a while you were doing like these private, large-scale catering, if I'm not mistaken, up by Santa Barbara. How do you go from Master Chef to United We Feed?
Well, I actually hail out of Santa Cruz, and yeah, we were doing had this killer offsite catering outfit called Custom Culinary Concepts, and I was rocking that for a couple years and doing a lot of personal chef. And after doing the show, man, people were just flying me in all over the country. It was all rock star, man, and that's still going. I mean, we're still rocking it. So what we're doing right now, this sort of self-imposed tour, just fits right in with the status quo for me and my world, and it's sort of a have knives, will travel kind of situation. Kind of like Cain walking the earth, and so yeah, we saw that there's this huge problem in America with a lot of folks going to bed hungry at night, and my wife and I decided we were going to do something about it in our little part of our world, and decided to take the show on the road. And we left the coast, first of the year, and we got about 6 months under our belt right now. We're staging all these awesome events in different communities all over America, and as I said, just raising funds and raising awareness. There's a lot of people that are really still in the dark that there's even an issue. The fact of the matter is that tonight alone, my friends, there'll be over 5 million kids going to bed hungry in this country, and we are a land of plenty. We are a land of bounty. We're the greatest land in the world, in my opinion, and to me, that's just unacceptable. So we decided we're going to take it to the people and try and do something about it in our little part of the world.
No, that's pretty outstanding, man. Because you're right. A lot of people don't realize how many people go hungry here in America. We always hear about other countries and what's going on, and you have these commercials, asking for people to donate to help other countries, but we got to help our own.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I'm all about foreign policy,
right?
And I'm all about the politics behind that. But man, you got to take care of your own. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely, and a lot of food banks too. They're.
Hold on a second.
Sound like the dog wants to get on the show.
Wait, we're not cooking dog meat, are we?
Yeah, that's my guard dog running security. I'm traveling in a 32-foot RV. Touring the country with my wife and my dog Ruger. He's head of security, so clearly he had to step up to the mic. Right. No pun intended, fellas. Sorry about that.
That's awesome.
No, that's cool. No, but yeah, that's pretty good, raising the awareness, because there's also a lot of food banks that are struggling. They depend on donations, and a lot of them just cannot feed the amount of people that show up. To get help.
You're absolutely right, and it's been a real eye opener for me too. Like I knew it was a thing. I knew it was a deal. I knew that Erin, my wife, and I needed to get involved. But as we move further and further along the road, and this deal starts snowballing, and we get bigger and bigger with what we're doing and the events we're staging, and I run into these different food banks and check out their programs, it's pretty awesome, man, to see what these food banks are doing. And yes, a lot of them are struggling, and they get their food in all different ways, shapes, and forms, and their money in all different ways, shapes, and forms. And there's a lot of sort of intricacies into what makes these food banks happen and what makes them function. We just came off this gig in Casper, Wyoming, with the Wyoming Food Bank of the Rockies, a small little 15,000 square foot facility, fellas. Put out over 5 million pounds of food to the fine folks in Wyoming last year. They send semis out every week loaded to all four corners of the state, and they're helping feed folks right there in Wyoming's backyard. So we did this gig called Food for Thought. It was this culinary dust-up. I got a bunch of chefs together in the Casper area and had them throw down with a secret ingredient. We had Robert Hess from Hell's Kitchen 5 and 6 in the house because he just moved to Casper, and he's doing this deal out there with Jay's Pub. He's got this cool little thing he's doing, a project he's working on. We got Hess involved. Ended up raising $30,000 on the night to feed folks in Wyoming. Times 4, that's 120,000 plates of food because of how the breakdown happens with this particular food bank. Their dollar matching is $1 that every dollar that we raise in Wyoming equals 4 meals to feeding Wyoming night. So on that Saturday night, we raised enough dough to feed 120,000 folks, and I got to tell you what, I was pretty stoked on that. That was a real special deal.
That's outstanding, yeah. So how long is the tour? How long are you going to be doing this?
I got to tell you about it however long it takes. Right now I'm sitting in the Black Hills of South Dakota, taking a breather, recharging, getting re-energized, heading up to Minneapolis next week. And then I got a gig scheduled in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with a Feeding America gig there that we're pretty pumped up about. And then I'm going to move on up north, up into Superior, like the Superior Duluth area. I've still got a pretty strong fan base up there and some family and some friends. We're kind of burrowed into the community, which makes it easier for me networking, because I pull into a community, hook up with a food bank, throw a concept on them, whatever that concept's going to be for that event, because everyone's different, because I never do the same thing twice, and that's just how we roll, brother. So we roll up into a town, find the food bank that we want to deal with that gets it, and then we just slam an event together. We put an event together within 48 hours. We got the concept done. They get me on TV doing some live demos in studio, get me on the radio and the local networks and area community, and then we give ourselves about a month to actually get the event together and get it out there and get it marketed. So I'll roll up into northern Wisconsin after this Milwaukee deal here in a couple weeks. Roll up into northern Wisconsin and hit the ground running in early July, and then have the event go down at the end of July, and then rock it out. We'll raise a bunch of dough for the cause. All the money goes directly to their hands. You know, this is all from the heart, man. And then I'm going to roll down to Chicago and cook with one of my favorite chefs in the world in Chicago for a couple days, and then take the show east. We've got a bunch of stuff lined up in Connecticut, New York, Massachusetts, which is where I'm originally from. I sort of spent the first half of my life on the right coast and the second half out on the left coast, you know, where y'all are at. And so, yeah, we're looking at least November before I get back to the coast. And I tell you what, I want to come down south, hang out with you guys. I've threatened it a couple times. This time I'm going to make it happen. Maybe somewhere in late November, early December. I'm coming in studio because my mama told me I got a face for radio.
Yeah.
Coming in studio, and I'm going to come down there and cook for you guys, and we're going to talk about it. I think it's going to be an awesome
All right,
show.
Jake. Hey, well, we're going to a break. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. We're going to link to your site through our site on our Facebook, and hopefully when you're in town, give us a call. Or you can come in studio. We can do a live remote from one of your events.
Guys, you're awesome. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure. Keep on rocking the mic, fellas.
You got it, man. Have a good one.
All right, my brother.
All right, we're going to our final break. You listen to the Three Guys Rant. We'll be right back.
Call the Three Guys Rant now.
Would you like to comment? Get on the radio.
Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
The Three Guys Rant.
Hey, I'm Carrie Prince, Los Angeles local and entertainment enthusiast. You know, it's a rough business out here, that's for sure. The only thing that keeps us sane in this town is to keep it real and keep it interesting. Join the conversation and listen live Saturdays, 11 a.m. If it's fun, if it's funny, if it's interesting, I want to talk about it. Great guests, people, and a lot of laughs. We cover it all. Go to facebook.com/carrytheconvo or follow me on Twitter @carrytheconvo. Join the conversation. Carry the conversation. Only on Adrenaline Radio.
We at the thingsgreen.com Botanical Gardens have made it a point to frequent JK Donut on the corner of Whittier and Calmata. The owners, UT and Tina, are a husband and wife team offering the freshest and best donuts around. They have a complete selection of flavored hot and cold coffee along with good old-fashioned Java. The second you walk in, you're greeted just like family. Even the customers make you feel welcome. Include JK Donut to your daily diet, located at the corner of Whittier and Calmata in Whittier, open daily at 4 a.m.
Close your eyes in Chicago, and you can hear the sound of zebra braying in Africa. Look hard out your window in D.C., and you can see the snow-covered peaks of the Andes. Stand on a corner in L.A. and feel the hot wind of the Sahara brush across your face. The world is that small. We are that connected. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together, making it so simple for you to make a difference. Because we are many, and we are one. Please visit us at earthshare.org to learn more. Earthshare. One environment. One simple way to care for it all. A public service message from Earthshare and the Ad Council.
I'm a champion, real-life check mechanism. Ya, 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 ya.
Hi, Shaquille O'Neal for Rad. This is not your normal PSA. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. If you're going to go out and have a good time, it's fine. But designate a driver to drive home. Let's stop the madness. Don't drink and drive.
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Bunny, we're leaving for our trip in a few weeks. Who's going to look after Indy and Mika?
Well, our neighbours use Cozy Cats and Dogs pet sitting services, and their pets love them.
Cozy Cats and Dogs, that sounds familiar. Oh, of course, my boss used them for the last 10 years.
Well, they're well established, members of Pet Sitters International and the Better Business Bureau.
Well, on their website now, cozycatsanddogs.com. They're also certified in pet CPR and first aid, which is nice.
Call them now and set up our meet and greet appointment.
Well, I'll go ahead and do that.
Going away? Call Cozy Cats and Dogs today. Excellent pet care when you can't be there. Your pets will prefer to stay in their own home. cozycatsanddogs.com. Spelt KOZYKATZDOGZ. Established 2002. Providing visits or overnight stays depending on your needs. You can also schedule regular dog walks. Mention adrenalineradio.com for a complimentary meet and greet appointment. Call 818-712-0440.
Streaming live from Los Angeles and worldwide, The Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
And we're back.
The Three Guys Rant starts now.
Almost.
Hey, Phil. Hey, you want to hold on there, Phil?
And we're back.
Oh, wait.
Unbelievable, man. You're unbelievable.
We're back. All right, so
what?
Now,
What?
I know you prep for the show. You brought more material than I've ever seen you bring, and you haven't gone over anything because you scheduled all these calls so you wouldn't have to talk.
Really?
It's pretty tight.
I've been carrying the show. So
Pretty
what are you
tight.
talking about? The two words that you have said were Jake's last name incorrectly, and then I don't know what the hell you sold Jen Welch or something.
So,
else.
anyways, so what's going on, man? You have 20 stories there. What?
No, you know what? Let's go back. I know that with the Rodney King, there's a whole controversy of whether or not he was high, smoking marijuana or whatnot. You know that's a story in itself. But the latest thing that I've read and want to talk about is Jesse Klein is trying to legalize or saying we should legalize ecstasy to save lives.
Okay, who's that person?
Apparently, he's a doctor somewhere back on the East Coast. The funny thing is that once he got a second interview, he's saying, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying to do it. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying that if we were to legalize it, then it'd be more of not a controlled substance, a pure form, and people wouldn't be dying from all the chemicals within the actual pills.
Well, why don't they legalize marijuana? I mean, that's
what they
pure.
should.
That is pure.
That is pure.
100% pure.
Now you have an opinion. Now he speaks.
Sorry, dude. I just had to speak out for my people out there that do that.
Anyways, the whole thing is, I don't know why somebody would come out and say, let's legalize ecstasy. Let's create a more pure form of the drug to stop killing people.
The guy wanted to get on the headlines and get people talking.
He said
like
it was
you were
good
doing,
if it was in
and
a
that's about
pure
it.
substance.
Oh, now you want to say something. But, that's exactly how he took it because, I mean, you can all come back to it. When was the last time you heard somebody say, you know what? I did just the right amount of cocaine last night.
Right.
I mean,
I
I'm
got
just
the
saying.
perfect high.
I just think it's ridiculous. That's what I thought it was. I think it's just somebody trying to get their name in the headlines, trying to create a buzz around. Who knows? He might have a medical office of some sort. Who knows what might be going on? But I'm calling total BS on that one.
Maybe he wants to set up them clinics like over here in Venice Beach, where you can go get your medical card.
We're talking about marijuana compared to ecstasy.
No, I know. That's what I said. Maybe he would like to do something along the same lines.
I think he'd have an easier time trying to start up a medical marijuana
People
clinic.
on ecstasy are really nice, so.
The who?
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about people on marijuana.
And that's why it's legal.
When was the last time you saw an angry pothead?
Exactly.
Right. Brian, are you okay back there? What's with that big cloud of smoke back there?
Well, hang on, guys.
All right, so George Zimmerman, you know who that is?
Are we talking about the wife?
No. What I'm talking about is there was a case in Texas right now that they try to use that stand your ground defense, and the jury did not buy it. They found the guy guilty. So this guy's got to be a little bit nervous over there. They're saying the way that the law was used was not the correct way. And this guy in Texas, I was reading a little bit about the story, and basically it was about there was a party going on next to his house or something like that, and he comes out, he puts up a video camera, and he tells his people that he's standing his ground, and a shooting ensued. He killed somebody, and he tried to use the stand your ground law. And basically the jury said, you know what, you're the one who started the whole altercation, so guilty.
Guilty at all charges.
Yeah, of all charges.
So what state was this in?
That was in Texas.
So are those laws pretty similar to the ones in Georgia?
For the most part.
All right, well, I don't know if you've heard about this one, but in Georgia denied KKK application to adopt a highway.
I read that, and to me that was funny. But how are they going to pick up trash? Aren't they white trash anyways? What, they're going to pick each other up? What, are they just going to walk side by side and one drops, picks him up, the other one drops, I don't know.
They're going to walk in a circle just picking each other
Right.
up. I don't know, but you know what? I can totally understand why they denied it, but at the same time, wouldn't it be funny if you saw a bunch of people out there in their white robes, white pointy hats, cleaning up trash? Wouldn't that just make you want to throw a tomato?
No, you know what would be funny is watching all those people getting mowed down by a pissed off trucker, you know, just kind of swerving by accident and just boom, 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 boom.
You're like, is that a speed bump?
Yeah. Oops. There's a bunch of white speed bumps on the... Now that'd be funny right there.
You know what? That is pretty interesting, man. I might pay to actually see that. There's got to be a movie in there somewhere, man.
That's a reality show for sure, man.
Speaking about movies, I would like to bring up something. What do you guys think about $150 tickets going out for The Dark Knight?
Who's selling the...
You know what? You just reminded me. I got to pay a ticket.
What?
So what? What, people buying tickets and putting them online or something?
They're buying tickets already just to watch the preview, the midnight preview of The Dark Knight, and it's going for $150.
That's crazy, man, because I wouldn't even buy the bootleg copy of that movie. So
I would say I wouldn't pay for every Batman movie ever made. I wouldn't pay $150.
Yep.
I don't know, man, but that's what it's going for right now. Also,
let me ask you: Are you asking for approval? Because it looks like you've spent $150 for this ticket.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, wait a minute!
I'll buy the bootleg.
I remember today. Well, no, let's not talk. We won't talk about that in the air. But
what? Is it about Arvin? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What else you got, man?
Where were you the day before yesterday?
I was at home, laying down, watching the Cinderella. That's what I was doing. Anyways, Sir Paul McCartney turns 70 today.
Yes, he did. He turned 70 today, and he's actually going to be on the one of the acts in the opening ceremonies for the Olympics this summer.
And how was it?
So, you know, for you people who like watching him, there you go.
The great Paul McCartney.
He's turned 70 today.
Yes,
70, yeah.
70 years old, and he still has brown hair. He needs to lay off that hair dye. He's
Yep.
not fooling anybody.
I would say
at this
70.
point.
I would have thought he was 170 by now, but that's besides the point.
You must have him confused with Keith Richards.
Is that the guy from Virgin?
yeah.
You're far away from that one.
I'm too far. Can you smack him for me?
Anyways, staying on Brown. Let's keep talking about Brown. How about the Tanny Jersey woman salon, or the woman that was fined for the overexposure in the suntan things?
Is that the white lady that looks black?
Yeah, have you seen her? There's actually a picture of her up on our website, and I don't know if it's a before and after, but good Lord, she looks like a tarmac at the airport.
She is just
You're
crazy.
gonna have trouble on the KKK highway, man.
Period.
You know what? But it's ridiculous because they're actually finding her because apparently inspectors accused City Tropics Tanning to 33 violations, which were mostly related to this woman. Apparently, you can only tan 4 times a month. This lady went 24 times just to this one tanning salon.
4 times a month? What, that's the law or something?
Apparently, it's overexposure to the skin. I don't know what, but apparently they were keeping track of her, and she went 24 times to the same salon. My guess is that was just the one salon. She probably went to a couple across town.
Maybe she had one of the, do 10 tanning sessions, get one free, so she wanted to make sure she got them all, man.
In the same week.
Take advantage of it.
Take advantage.
Gotta take advantage of it. Yeah, but she looks just ridiculous, man. I saw her picture and scared the crap out of me.
Do you think she actually took her daughter in with her?
I don't know. I saw, some headlines about that, but I never read it, so I don't know.
Was she not the one, too, that bought her daughter breast implants so she can get them in when she's older?
I hadn't heard that.
I think that's her, too. Yeah, she was on Anderson Cooper because of that. Or I could be wrong.
We might have to look into that.
Yep. How old is her daughter? Her daughter's...
She's like 6, 7?
She's really young, and she bought a voucher for her to have it done when she gets old enough, if she wants to or not.
But how does she know that the young lady is not going to develop into... How does she know she's going to need them?
You know what? If she doesn't grow boobs, if she grows boobs, you can make a butt implant. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
do
true.
something.
Yeah, true. Yours looks great, by the way.
Thank you. I try hard.
Just
I bet
saying,
you
man.
do.
Boy, that was just a little creepy, man.
Just the way he looked at you, too, when he said it, man.
I
He looked you up and down, licked his lips, and said, I bet you
Like
do.
this.
Brian,
Wow.
thank you very much for that cue, man. I can't wait.
All right.
Did you just sniff your finger?
So here we go. Thank you for listening to the Three Guys Rant. We'll be back next week. Tune in, stream us, call us.
Stream us.
Lick your
Stream
lips
us.
at us.
All right. Later.
But please don't smell your fingers after us.